everyone, this is going to be my Hell in a Cell 2017 prediction video. I think this card overall is a little underwhelming, for me anyway. There's like one or two matches that I'm most looking forward to, but besides that, I just feel like a lot of it is throwaway. But this has been a kind of a pay-per-view that has been a little bit of a slow build, only because SummerSlam, we're just off the heels of SummerSlam, so that was the big attraction. And then No Mercy had some big stacked matches. Now with Hell in a Cell, we don't really have that atmosphere behind it. There's one or two matches that's, you know, are decent, but it's nothing like the previous pay-per-views that we just witnessed. So I mean, I'm going in with zero expectations, so maybe they will impress me. So up first, we have Bobby Roode making his SmackDown Live pay-per-view debut here, going up against Dolph Ziggler. For me, this is the most obvious choice. Bobby Roode is definitely going to win here. Even though Ziggler was given a new rejuvenated gimmick, I still believe that Bobby Roode has to be the one to defeat Ziggler in an amazing match. But of course, Ziggler has to lose here. This is Bobby Roode's first pay-per-view appearance where he's wrestling, so of course he's going to win. I don't really like Ziggler's impersonation gimmick. I think it's kind of cheap and pretty stale. I'm not here for it at all. Ziggler is a very talented wrestler who I felt kind of got dealt a really bad hand in the WWE. But I think he's one of those people that would have flourished outside of the WWE system. Kind of like what Cody's doing now, but he just never left, he stayed. So by him staying, he just kind of failed, you know. It's unfortunate because he is a good athlete and he's a solid worker, but I just feel like he's kind of dead in the water in terms of being in the company. Next, we have Randy Orton going against Rusev. This is their second encounter. So I'm upset, obviously, with the way Rusev's being booked. If any of you guys watched my first ever video, you'll know that I love Rusev. He is one of my favorites currently in the company. I think the guy has so much star power to him. He's great. He's a fucking amazing worker. And the fact that he just keeps losing continuously just makes me upset because he has so much freaking potential. And I wish they would just give him a fucking chance to show that, you know? And he definitely has to be the one to defeat Orton here. But at the end of the day, WWE is notorious for having rubber matches. So it really all depends who wins the third match out of this feud. I just am over it. I'm over Orton never putting anybody over. I just feel like a new guy has to be elevated, and Rusev's not even new. He's been there for fucking almost 4 years now. So it's just a shame that they haven't kind of chimed in and realized how good Rusev really is. And the guy is money. He's such a good character. He's a solid worker, and he has a lot to offer. It's just a shame that they haven't really honed in on him yet and given him the good push that he needs. And he's a fucking star. It's just they haven't tapped into his potential yet, unfortunately. So I am going with Rusev here, but I just do not like the way he's been unjustly booked the past couple years. Things need to change, and they have to change at Hell in a Cell. Rusev for the win. Up next for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship, we have Natalya defending her title against Charlotte Flair. I definitely do not see Charlotte winning here because WWE has their tunnel vision only focused on the 4 horsewomen of UFC versus the 4 horsewomen of WWE heading into Survivor Series. That's going to be the big attraction match heading into Survivor Series, especially for the women's division. So it definitely wouldn't make sense at all for them to have Charlotte win the title, take the title right off Natalya. For what reason? She just won it a month ago. Charlotte's going to be a good contender for Natalya. It's a good little filler match, getting Natalya ready for Survivor Series. I don't know who she's going to face, but I definitely do not see Charlotte winning. Keep in mind, Carmella still has the Money in the Bank briefcase. I don't think that she's going to cash in here. I think Carmella's going to cash in a few months. But we always have to keep that in the back of our minds when we're thinking about the SmackDown Live Women's Championship matches. Carmella could cash in at any point, but I don't see Carmella cashing in here. I do see Natalya winning. I don't know how, whether it be clean or non-clean. I don't think it's going to be clean at all, but I definitely see her walking out next Sunday with the title, regardless of the outcome. Up next for the SmackDown tag titles, my personal match that I'm most looking forward to for this show, we have the New Day defending their titles against the Usos in a Hell in a Cell match. This match is going to be freaking lit because their SummerSlam match was so good. It was on the pre-show and I was just so grateful to be there watching it live. Literally, there were so many false finishes, and I'm here for that. I'm totally cool with false finishes. I'm not here for spamming finishers because that's just so stupid. Feels like we're playing a video game. But false finishes, totally here for it. They know each other so well. I personally have to go with the Usos winning here only because of this reason. So if we kind of look at this from a dissection standpoint, we're dissecting all the tag teams. Who are the heels there? You know, you have the Usos being the top heels. They're most likely gonna win, right? Because who else could contend to face the Usos if the Usos win? You got a few teams that come to the top of my mind. Gable and Benjamin, Breezango, the Hype Bros. You have a few faces in there that could be a decent feud for the Usos. With the New Day, they really don't have a lot of competition because most of them are already faces in that division. It's blatantly obvious to me that the Usos have to win just because they have a lot more competition. For the United States Championship, we have AJ Styles defending his title against Baron Corbin. So I think Baron Corbin's actually going to win here. I think Tye Dillinger is going to play a part in this match. I think Tye is going to get involved. And I think he's going to accidentally hit AJ. And that's how Baron Corbin is going to get his victory. Now, I think Tye is next up. I don't think Tye is going to be in this match. And even if he was in this match, Tye would only be in to eat the pin. Now, if it is AJ versus Baron Corbin just as a singles match, I think Tye will get involved and accidentally hit AJ Styles for Baron Corbin to get the victory, and then it will be Baron Corbin versus Tye heading into a winter feud. Baron Corbin needs this belt. AJ Styles does not need this belt at all. If anything, it was definitely a demotion to even have that belt. He made the belt. The belt didn't make him. Whereas Baron Corbin, the belt is going to make Baron Corbin. Definitely. Because Corbin had a really bad year. Yeah, he won Money in the Bank, but he lost it. He cashed in and lost it in 3 seconds. So that was incredibly embarrassing. And, you know, he lost at SummerSlam. So he kind of needs something to propel him a little bit. And I think him defeating AJ, even though it won't be clean, but him defeating AJ definitely would help him a little bit. So I definitely think Baron Corbin is going to win at Hell in a Cell. For the WWE Championship, we have Jinder Mahal defending his title against Shinsuke Nakamura. So with this whole storyline regarding Jinder and Shinsuke, it has been so incredibly cringeworthy and embarrassing. The writing here has been totally bad, and Road Dogg should be ashamed of himself for totally signing off on this garbage that Jinder has been promoting every single week. I know Jinder has been fed these lines to attack Shinsuke's appearance and all this kind of stuff, mocking his accent, and it's just really middle school bullying at its finest, and it's just really cheesy and tacky and petty. This feud has been really bad. So the fact that Road Dogg can sign off on this really shows you how shitty of a writer he is. And if he wasn't friends with Triple H, I highly doubt he would have a job. Just saying. With that being said, you kind of have to root for Nakamura in this situation because he's constantly being, you know, bullied by Jinder each and every week, constantly making fun of the way he looks, the way he talks, so on and so forth. I can't see Shinsuke losing again. Shinsuke has had a lot of momentum behind him, and he's a huge star outside of WWE. They would really be losing out on a huge opportunity if they had Jinder defeat Shinsuke for a second time. I definitely think Shinsuke is going to win here. He has to. He has to capture that title going into Mania. what better way to do it than to defeat Jinder? And Jinder had a really lackluster title run, let's be real. It was very forgettable at best, and I think Jinder is gonna fade into obscurity right after he loses that title. I do not see anything happening with Jinder post his title run. So Nakamura has to win, no doubt about it. For the main event, we have Shane McMahon going up against Kevin Owens in a Hell in a Cell match. For me, this is the match that I'm also looking forward to because the way that this has been booked has been really perfect. This reminds me of old school Kevin Owens. When he first appeared in WWE, he was vindictive, he was ruthless, and he was super fucking aggressive, and that's what made people get behind him and started to love him, because he just did not give a fuck. And for Kevin Owens to kind of resonate with that character again a few years later, that's what we've been wanting from Kevin Owens. That spark, that crazy, ruthless, merciless edge that he had going in, he kind of honed that in again, and I love that. So with Kevin Owens having that crazy, aggressive, mean streak during this feud with Shane McMahon, that should ultimately be the catalyst for Owens to win this match and start moving up the SmackDown Live brand. Taking nothing away from Shane, I think he's going to put up a good, valiant fight, but ultimately I think Kevin Owens has to win here. I think Owens is going to dominate Shane, and I think Owens has to continue on his path of this ruthless destruction because Owens is just amazing. In my personal opinion, I also think Sami Zayn is going to play a role in this match. Now, everybody knows Sami Zayn as being the underdog babyface that everyone wants to cheer for, but I think they're going to freshen him up, rejuvenate him, and I think he's going to turn heel. I think he's going to side with Kevin Owens, and I think he's also going to help Kevin Owens to defeat Shane McMahon, furthering a Survivor Series 5-on-5, Team Shane versus Team Kevin Owens. So that's something to keep in mind for next month, but I definitely think Kevin Owens is going to decimate Shane McMahon at Hell in a Cell. There's going to be a lot of bloodshed. It's going to be crazy. These promos going into this match have been magnificent. I love it so much. When Owens got a little too crazy mentioning Shane's children and how, you know, they would have been better off if Shane died in that little airplane accident that he had about a month ago. That was just like, whoa, he did that. He went there. He gave no fucks. That's the Kevin Owens we want 24/7. So Kevin Owens is going to win here, and I'm here for it completely. I'm excited. So with that being said, those were my predictions for Hell in a Cell. I hope it's a good card, and I hope the show is even better. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. Please subscribe for more videos coming soon, and I love you guys. Bye.